What is up, y'all? Welcome back out to the bench in the backyard. My name is Jordan, and this is a Procumbens Nana. It's pretty tall, probably 3.5 feet tall. The best part about this one is coming from the top. We've got this. So what I'm thinking on this one is really cutting this back hard and basically having just this right here. Not sure how flexible this trunk's going to be. It is currently staked with, let's see if I can get it out. I've already cut all the giant metal stake. Yeah, that's not going to bend at all. Not unless I do something really drastic to it. I have another one that I've already repotted. It's more of just a straight pole as well. However, that one, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. It doesn't have the the top tail on it. I'm going to come in here, clean off a lot of this dead interior growth. This thing is just covered in pollen. We've got a big oak tree up there that, I mean, it's just so much pollen just everywhere. But as you can see, let's pull this out. The base on this one is really nice. Bring it down a little bit so you can actually see the base. So yeah, the base on this is really nice. It's got one decent root over here. A few more larger roots. And it's got a good bit of movement into it. And so what I'm thinking is either that is the front. You can kind of see it. Or more likely, this is the front with this root. Actually, yeah, it's definitely going to be this side is going to be the front. So, if this is the front, we bring this over so that all our foliage is coming from right here. Maybe keep a few of these higher branches. So we've got this, and then this we should be pretty good on. This has got actually, I mean, it's got a lot of good strong growth on it. So what we're going to be doing today is repotting this, and then in a couple of weeks, month or so, we'll come in, trim everything, and yeah, so the only question is, how do we want to plant this? Do we want to go as like a slant style, which I'm kind of thinking, and we can bring this down and around towards the front. But let's dig into this root ball real quick. And see if we can't uncover some more strong roots. Pretty serious amount of roots at the bottom. Let me grab my sawzall and we'll come through and cut that off. I mean, that's just a big giant mat. But the middle of this root ball is not as populated. There are some roots, but it's not a whole lot. Mostly around the outside. Alright, and this moss is really just to keep the soil in here. I'm going to go water this in. I'll be right back. Well, that's going to be our front. Kind of a slant style. And again, we'll have this as our main branch, trunk, whatever you want to call it. Now what I want to do is anything that is smaller, you know, like this size and smaller coming straight from the trunk, I'm going to come in here and take off. Any of the larger branches coming off of the trunk will keep. We'll clean up some of these, the larger branches. I'll do about an inch away from the trunk. And I'll come back when I am done with this and show you what it looks like. All right, so it's been about a month since I repotted and cleaned out the so what I'm going to do, I've seen some new growth. You got some new growth down here at the base. We've got some extending growth up here at the top. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to go in here. We're going to clean out all the branches, take anything off the top, anything off the bottom, and go ahead and set up our branches to go left, right, all the way down to the tip. So I'll get into this. I won't do a lot of talking unless I come upon something that is just weird, or it's a choice that I'm making that's not, you know, that left, right, or cleaning out the top and bottom. So I'm going to go in here. We'll start cleaning this thing out, and we'll come back and see where we're going to be taking this. I'm not real sure because, I mean, it's a lot. I do know that I want to use this big branch right here, that's big cascading branch that's coming all the way from the top. So this right here is the continuation of our trunk. It goes up and then loops back down to here. So we're going to go in, we're going to clean this up, and I will see y'all when I am done. Some of these extending tips, I know I said I wasn't gonna do a lot of talking, but some of these extending tips will actually come in and shorten that back just to keep it from getting too long. Most of this stuff is all going to get either shortened back or wired out to set us up for creating gens later on, or wired out for actual structure of the tree. So yeah, anywhere that I've got like a big long extension, but I've got a spot where I can bring it back to, I'm going to try and do that.
Down in the yard where the bonsai grow, Jordan's got the rhythm and he puts on a show. Pruning little trees with a steady hand makes the garden sing in a backyard band. Snip, snip goes the scissors so clear, leaf by leaf bringing bonsai near. Grooves in the garden, sunlight's cheer. Watch those branches dance, no fear. Roots dive deep in the earth so wise. Jordan's got tricks you can't realize. Nature's beat under summer skies. Tiny trees rise, imagine your surprise. Snip, snip goes the scissors so clear, leaf by leaf bringing bonsai near. Grooves in the garden, sunlight's cheer. Watch those branches dance, no fear. Bearded by Maestro, that's his game. His joy for bonsai is more than a name, turning tiny leaves into green acclaim. Living art, his peaceful claim. Snip, snip goes the scissors so clear, leaf by leaf bringing bonsai near. Grooves in the garden, sunlight's cheer. Watch those branches dance, no fear. Man with shears in hand, trimming trees in his backyard land. Sunny forest twists and bends, masterpieces with no end. The sun is shining, leaves are green. Patience is a silent scream. With the smooth bonsai friend, snips and clips that never end. Darkened bonsai rock the bench, every trim another inch. Living art in daylight glow, sunny trees, they steal the show. Sweat drips down his furrowed brow, shapes and tricks just like a vow. Careful hands with steady flow, in the garden magic grows. Neighbors peek over the fence, awestruck by his pure finesse. Nature sculptor bending time, pure dedication so sublime. Running bonsai rock the bench, every trim another inch. Living art in daylight's glow, sunny trees they never end. Rocking bonsai rock the bench, every trim another inch. Living art in daylight's glow, sunny trees they steal the show. Sweat drips down his furrowed branch, and flex trees just like a vow. Careful hands with steady flow, in the garden magic grows. Neighbors peek over the fence, awestruck by his pure finesse. Nature sculptor bending toe, in the garden magic grows. Neighbors peek over the fence, awestruck by his pure finesse. Nature sculptor bending time, pure dedication so sublime. Rugged bonsai rock the bench, every trim another inch. Living art in daylight's glow, sunny trees they never end. Rugged bonsai rock the bench, every trim another inch. Living art in daylight's glow, sunny trees they steal the show. Sunny trees they steal the show. In the backyard jungle he plays, with leaves and twigs he sways. Jordan's got that green thumb touch, bearded face and patience much. Bonsai trees under the sun, crafting art, ain't it fun? Tiny forests in his hands, master of the smallest lands. Pruned and tuned he makes it right, trimming branches day and night. Bearded backyard bonsai dream, got that YouTube garden snipping shears and caring hands. Nature's magic in his plans, twisting trunks and shaping life, bring serenity, no strife. Pruned and tuned, he makes it right, trimming branches day and night. Bearded backyard bonsai dream, got that YouTube garden gleam. Zen in every little leaf, crafting beauty past belief. With a smile and humble heart, Jordan's bonsai is pure art.
Dig the soil, finding hidden gold. Tiny roots tangled up, stories to be told. With a careful hand, combing every thread, repotting this bonsai, making sure it's fed. Sunlight through the window gives it life and love. A canvas of green leaves, a little world above. Careful with the roots, nurture them with care. Bonsai thrives on patience in the fresh new air. Coming out the roots, giving them a chance. In this little pot, we make the trees dance. Fresh soil, new start, life in a glance. Watching bonsai grow, our own romance. Gentle fingers weave through the silent song. Roots held together, they've been growing long. Each snip and pull, it's a wink and nod. Bonding with the earth, feeling close to God. So light through the window gives them life and love. A canvas of green leaves, a little world above. Careful with the roots, nurture them with care. Bonsai thrives on patience in the fresh new air. Coming out the roots, giving them a chance. In this little pot, we make the trees dance. Fresh soil, new start, life in a glance. Watching bonsai grow, our own romance. Pulling out the roots, giving them a chance. In this little pot, we make the trees dance. Fresh soil, new start, life in a glance. Watching bonsai grow, our own romance. Chilling out the roots, giving them a chance. In this little pot, we make the trees dance. Fresh soil, new start, life in a glance. Watching bonsai grow. A chance. In this little pot, we make the trees dance. Fresh soil, new start, life in a glance. Watching bonsai grow, our own romance. Gentle fingers weave through this silent song. Roots held in song, roots held together. This little pot we make growing long. We make the trees dance. Fresh soil, new start, life in a glance. Watching bonsai grow, our own romance. Our own romance. Nature's little sculpture, formed by tender hands. Rooted in the past, in the present stands. Transformed with love, care without demands. Artistry in each twist, knowing life's grand plans. Coming out the roots, giving them a chance. In this little pot, we make the trees dance. Fresh soil, new start, life in a glance. Watching bonsai grow, our own romance. Coming out the roots, giving them a chance. In this little pot, we make the trees dance. Fresh soil, new start, life in a glance. Watching bonsai grow, our own romance. Nature's little sculpture formed by tender hands. Rooted in the past, in the present stands. Transformed with love, care without demands. Artistry in each twist, knowing life's grand plans. and gentle cut, bringing life from tiny nut. Each new branch and each new leaf grows his joy and brings relief. Bearded man with eyes so wise, in the backyard time just flies, crafting life in miniature. In his world he feels so sure. Bearded man with eyes so wise, in the backyard time just flies, crafting life in miniature. In his world he feels so sure. Neighbors stop to take a peek at the garden so unique. He just smiles and waves hello. In his mode he feels so sure. With a man feels so sure. Neighbors stop to take a peek at the garden so unique. He just smiles and waves hello. In this moment he's aglow. With a twist and gentle cut, bringing life from tiny nut. Each new branch and each new leaf grows his joy and brings relief. Bearded man with eyes so wise, in the backyard time just flies, crafting life in miniature. In his world he feels so sure. Oh, yeah, now. Garden so green, a bed full of dreams. With snips and clips, the bonsai gleams. Crafting wonders with a steady hand. Masterpiece born from the land. Roots so strong in tiny pots, where nature's wild becomes God's plots. Branches twist in perfect flow, in this backyard bonsai show. Dance to the rhythm of the pruning shears. Years of growth bottled up in cheers. Watch the magic on the screen. Bearded guy living the dream. Tiny trees, but mighty tall. In his backyard stands them all. Leaves whisper secrets so divine. On YouTube wisdom intertwines. From soil to sky, he knows the way. Cultivating beauty day by day. With patience, love, and tender care. Roots of joy and moments rare. Dance to the rhythm of the pruning shears. Years of growth bottled up in cheers. Watch the magic on the screen. Bearded guy living the dream.
Watch the magic on the screen. Bearded guy living the dream. Bearded guy living the dream.
All right, so that's all cleaned out. We've you can see a lot more of the structure now. We've kind of set this apex up for the future. See if we can get that down here. It's a little bald directly on top of the apex. That's fine. We'll get something will pop, or we can move some of these higher branches up into that. Make sure I get all that trimming out. And another little spin around. You can see the structure, and we're going to let this recover. And then once it starts pushing new growth again, we'll come in and do some wiring. Maybe cut a little bit of this out, some of these a little bit smaller branches, thin out some of these bigger ones, turn some of them into gens, we'll probably turn everything below that into gens if they'll survive. We may wire them out first so that or we'll turn them into gens and then wire them and move them around so that we can get some good movement into them. Yeah, probably everything below that, below my hand, will be genned. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to have this sitting over on my bench, and I'll be looking at it basically every day between now and whenever it starts to push. Probably, today is June 1st. So end of July, maybe beginning of August, we'll come in and wire it up. Yeah, so about a month in the making, we got it repotted into this pond basket so that we can go ahead and start getting those roots to kind of bifurcate once they get out to the edge. They kind of self-layer, and hopefully we'll get some good root division up high, close to the trunk. And I already had a fairly decent Nabari, but yeah, hopefully we can get that done. And then it turned into a really nice tree. I'm super happy about it. We're gonna have to find something to do with this guy. And yeah, so somewhere probably in there is going to be the front. So we look at it right here. So somewhere right in there will be the front. And we can bring this in towards the front, get some of these. We'll do some work on all of these branches. They're all very, very straight. Should be able to move most of them. Like that one is going to be pretty easy to bend. Some of these bigger ones down low, like these two, I don't know. We'll have to figure something out. That's movable. That's movable. Everything else is movable except for maybe these two branches right here. And well, no, that one's fairly movable. So yeah, it's just these two guys right here. Mainly this one, this bottom one. This top one should move fairly well. Should be able to get some movement into that. So, yeah. I really like this tree. A little cheap procumbens I got at Lowe's for like 50 bucks a couple months ago, beginning of the spring. And yeah. So definitely that's the biggest thing I took away from that lesson over up at Rodney's. Or down at Rodney's, I should say. Was just cleaning it out. I mean, normally when I would watch a video, it's like, yeah, we're just going to clean out the first couple of inches of each branch, and we'll go from there. But like, if you clean out every branch and get rid of a lot of the foliage, I mean, it's probably 40% of the foliage, somewhere between 30 and 40%. It's probably a little, I probably pruned it a little heavy. I could have left some more on, but there were a lot of branches that really needed to trim. And hopefully we'll be getting some good budding. We'll get a nice little push here in the next month or so, 2 months maybe. And if not, we can wait until next year to do any wiring, or at least wait until the winter. And we'll get this thing moved around, and I think I'm going to keep it as a slant style tall tree. It's probably 2.5, 3 feet tall. It's probably about 36 inches. Yeah, if we can get these moved down and kind of flare out in the at the end, they're already basically down. So if we can just flare them out, maybe get a little bit of side to side movement in them, this should be a pretty good tree. So until the next time I see y'all out at the bench in the backyard, just remember to grow them big, but keep them small.